morning,
No, ma'am.
everybody.
Good morning,
Good
ma'am.
morning, ma'am.
Good morning, ma'am. Energy. Come on, a bit louder. See how loud I am, isn't it? I'm very loud, isn't it? Okay. So student, there are certain instructions that you are supposed to follow so that you will be able to get benefit out of this lesson. See, there are certain experiments which I am going to perform. Okay, so while I am performing the experiment, it is requested to you all that please pin me up because else you won't be able to see what I am doing, right? Okay, now
Yes,
I want each student should switch on their camera. Come on, students. I want to see my students. You know, it gives me, hi, you go, wow. It gives me positive energy to teach you. See, it's a fun class. Okay, it's a completely fun class. We are going to do a lot of fun today. Okay, so yes, people, switch on your cameras. Okay, now students, when you look around you in the nature, in your world, what do you feel? Don't you feel that the world is just like a physics engine? Each and every object is following one or the other rule of physics. Yes, we can explain every phenomena or every activity which we are doing or which is occurring around us on the basis of physics. And you have studied one of that physics concept about moving object in your last chapter. So how do you describe the phenomena of moving object? What do you apply to describe the phenomena of moving object?
Something that's changing position.
Sorry, Swastik, I didn't get you. Can you be a bit louder? Yes?
Something that changes position.
Very good. Can I have the specific term, Satvik? You're on perfectly right.
Displacement.
Displacement, very good. Go, very precise. A single term is used to tell the phenomenon.
Motion.
Wow, Athar, wonderful. You have done awesome job, I must say. Okay, now, Satvik, you have already answered my next question, but before that, I'll again frame my question. What are the parameters that describe motion?
Speed.
Displacement, time.
See, yes, wow, Yuga, Utkarsha, everybody, you're absolutely right. So basically speed, position, displacement, velocity, acceleration, all these are the parameters which actually define your motion. There is one very important thing when we talk about these parameters. What is it? These all are?
Oh, okay.
All these are, yes, Amisha ma'am, is there something? Hello? Okay, I think by mistake her mic is on. Okay, if I talk about displacement, velocity, what kind of quantities are these? These are?
Vector.
These
quantity.
are?
Vector.
Who was the first one to answer?
Magnitude.
Come on.
Hi,
No.
Yuga.
Yuga, you are absolutely right. Atharva, it's vector quantity. Okay? You can give, see, what do you understand by vector quantity? You can give the magnitude as well as direction. Absolutely right, Yuga. So we can understand this, right? Yes. Now I have another question for you. It's just a revision, okay? I'm not going to judge you on this, even if you're wrong. Okay, because we are learning here. In fact, I am also learning with you. Okay, so we both are learning. It's one-on-one sessions. Okay, now what are the types of motion? I know it's very simple question and everybody is going to answer me.
Uniform and
Linear motion.
Yeah, I told you it's very simple question and everybody is going to answer me and I got the answer from all of you. Wonderful. I'm really enjoying it. I must say I got more energy now. Okay, so student, we have understood one of the phenomena as motion in your previous lesson, right?
Yes.
Now, we have still not learned what causes motion. Why is it so that when your object is moving, it keeps moving and at a certain point of time, it stops? Does it happen with the balls?
Ma'am,
Yes.
forces like friction.
Force.
Swastik, wow, you are well upgraded, Yuga. You all are like, I know, actually, you know what? Everybody is knowing that, right? But here, The thing is that, you know that in previous centuries, what happened? People used to think that it is a normal nature of an object that it stays in the state of rest. And you know, I also love to stay in the state of rest. Oh my God, how much relaxing isn't it? But still, we have to be in motion, right? So there was one scientist. I believe you have heard of him, Galileo. Galileo. And he, you know what? He was a wonderful physicist, but he loved mathematics. And just because of his father wanted him to be in medicine, he moved into the medical science. But you know what? He didn't complete it. Isn't that interesting? He didn't complete it, but he did a lot of wonderful contribution on motion and for today's chapter also. So today, okay, just a second, student. I'm just sharing my screen, okay? And I believe you all can see my screen now.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Much visible.
Yes, ma'am.
Wonderful. So today, what we are going to do is we are going to learn balance, unbalanced force, first law of motion, in force and law of motion, and we'll see how Galileo actually contributed to the laws of motion. Okay. So today we are going to talk about force. But what is force? You know, force. What is force? Okay.
Push and pull of an
Ma'am, you
object.
worked on the thing.
We are supposed to be raising hand. Okay, I cannot see you raising hand, but okay, I'll ask you about it. I know you all know everything, but still, one by one, we'll go step by step, not jump on, right? Okay, just look at the picture. How can you describe this picture? Come on, quick, huh?
The ball is stationary.
Wow, perfectly right. Who was that?
Atharva Yadav.
Atharva, wonderful. Where are my other students? What happened, people? Are you still feeling sleepy? Come on, quick. Wake up. And in fact, even if you're wrong, it's perfectly fine with me. Because as I told, you are learning as well as I am learning with you. Okay. So, you are absolutely right, Atharva. Wonderful job done. Ball is at rest. Okay. Now the thing is, if I want the ball to move, what should I do?
Apply force.
How?
Apply force.
How do you move the ball? Yes, absolutely right. By kicking it. Yes. Okay. Now see, there is one picture. You have to observe it and give me the correct answer. Okay. The answer came before only. Okay. So what do you see over here?
Tom and Jerry.
Tom and Jerry, and what they are doing, they are hitting, every time they are hitting each other. And I don't understand how come they just move in a paper and then they again become the cat or the mouse. That's really interesting to watch. I really know that you all love that. Right. Now just observe this picture and describe this picture. Come on, quick people.
Ma'am, they had to push that ball to pull it.
Then pulling. To apply force.
Absolutely. You know, this is really tricky for everyone. You might have observed people that it is written pull, right? And the person tries to push. If it is written push, the person tries to pull. So this happens. So what is this? What is the next picture doing?
It is
And pushing.
Pushing. And who was pushing in the first picture?
He's pulling. He's trying to pulling, but he's doing wrong thing.
No. You told me pushing, right? So
Yes,
who is pushing in the first picture?
I'm the boy.
He's pulling the
Okay,
boy.
perfectly right. And what is this boy doing?
I'm pulling.
So it's so heavy now, he's finding it very difficult to pull, right? So I must say you're absolutely right. Now define force. Student, please keep your mic mute because disturbing the class. Thank you very much. Okay, now just describe force. Explain force. What is force on the basis of all these?
Push or a pull.
Ma'am, push and the pull of an object.
Is called force.
Wonderful, I must say. But you know, there is something very important that you have to now keep in mind whenever you talk about force, because we are in physics, right? We have to be very specific when we are talking about something in the science, right? That is what is science. So you are going to define force as the effect, okay? What it is? Effect seen on the object when push, pull or hit is applied on the object for moving. Have you ever got hit by your parent? I got a lot.
Yes, ma'am.
Ah,
Yes, ma'am.
we are very naughty kids. You know, I always used to be very naughty kid. As you know vector, so the same is applied here. Force is also having the magnitude and the direction, and thus the force is the what it is?
Vector quantity.
Vector quantity.
Perfect. Wow, you all are giving me a lot of energy and I'm really enjoying my lesson. Okay, what other things you can do by using force?
Lifting.
Shape of an object.
Okay.
Bring a resting body to motion.
The position of an object.
Okay, very good. You all are absolutely fine. And the next pictures are showing what you are saying. I can stop. See, even if I want to stop a moving object, I need to pull force, right? Oh, you all might be playing basketball or football and you have experience. Even cricket, you all have experienced that, right? So I don't need to explain it. I know that. What about this? What is happening over here in the picture?
Penalty kicks.
Well, penalty.
Hey, don't go on technical term about the game, okay? Just
Are
come
they
to
playing
close.
football or they're kicking?
Huh?
They're trying to stop
One is kicking and the other one is
at the ball.
stopping.
Is the other one stopping? Just
And
observe.
they are trying to change the direction of the ball.
Yes, see, people, you have to be very specific while observing and be a keen observer because you are in science. Science is all about observation and inference. So you are absolutely right that by using force, we are trying to change the direction of the ball, right? Now, just observe the second picture. As somebody already told that. Who was
Bulging?
I'm squeezing. I'm compressing.
I'm changing the shape of the object.
What am I doing here?
You're compressing it.
What I am doing here?
You're compressing.
I'm changing the shape. And how I am doing that? See,
I'm applying force.
Applying force.
see what I did. I changed the shape, right? So I am applying force on it and it is changing the shape and side. Isn't that interesting, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Now let's talk about the force. But before I talk, if you remember in your last class, I asked you to have some flap object box
Yes,
with you and a string and with it. Are you all ready with it?
Yes, ma'am.
Those please put your cameras on because I should also see what you are doing and you are going to do it along with me. See, I have a small box. You know that this is a ring box. Okay, so I thought this will be much better and I have a string with me. I just place the string and I just okay. Who all are performing along with me? Just raise your hand, please. Oh my God. See, my kids are really wonderful. I know sometimes you forget. It's perfectly fine, people. You have to observe me. And what you are going to do? You are going to pin me so that you can observe it properly. Now, you can see the box, right? And a string on both the sides.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, I'm pulling the box, like I'm putting the force towards the right-hand side. What do you observe?
The box.
And the box is moving towards the force applied.
Right? Why? Because
Yeah, pulling it up the right side.
Because you're pulling.
students who are ready with this object are also performing it, right? Yes, Mehek, but I can't see your objects on your, place your camera properly. Okay, now see what I'm doing, Mehek. See, what am I doing, people?
I'm pulling it to the left.
Pulling it to the left.
And what am I applying?
Force.
Force.
Force to the left. See, I told you there is a magnitude as well as direction, vector quantity. Now see, I am holding the string from both the direction and I am applying force. But what is happening?
And the object is not moving.
Both sides are equal.
Why?
Equal push and pull.
Forces equal on both the sides.
Equal force applied on the both
And
sides.
force is equal from both the sides.
Perfectly right. So all of you, Mehak, Yuga, all of you performed this?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you get the same observation? Yes, right. I believe yes. Okay. So now on the basis of this a small activity, how can you define force? Can you give, you have to give me,
It is the effect of any
It is
force.
an effect when
and we can define it in two
Yes.
types, right? On the basis of experiment. On the basis of experiment, we can define it in two types. Yes?
Yes, ma'am.
What are the two
Balanced
types?
and unbalanced.
Balanced and unbalanced forces.
Balanced and unbalanced. So if I'm applying force from both the direction, if I have one force greater than the other force, I call it as
Unbalanced force.
Unbalanced.
unbalanced force. And if I am having both the force equal, I'll call it as
Balance.
Balanced force.
perfectly fine. Wonderful. Now I have a picture for you. Have you played this tug of war?
Yes,
I played it. Who else?
ma'am. I
All of you, and I really enjoy it. And I actually fall down every time. Okay, so now you have to explain me this picture. Quick, people.
The force is
The
unbalanced.
force on the
And the
left
force is unbalanced.
Okay.
That's the
Can
reason.
you frame it again? You are absolutely right, and you are going absolutely on the right track. But just try to start from the very starting. Use both the terminologies. Okay,
One side of the
I'll
force
answer.
is higher than the other side. That's why the force is unbalanced. The net
Perfectly
force is
fine. So
unbalanced.
in the starting, you can see both are having a balanced force, so no one is falling down. But the moment the two kids left the rope, what happened? The force became unbalanced and the boy fall down. Yes, it's very interesting, you know. Okay. Now here, can you see, here in the first picture, you can see that the boy is pushing the box. Okay. The box is on the ground. So, the boy is pushing the box in which direction?
left.
Right
Right.
direction.
Right direction.
Okay, left or right? I want to be very specific. Only one
Right.
thing will be possible. If you say left and right, it is both the way. My boy is only at one direction. Yes. So is it left or right?
Right.
I'm right.
Right.
It's your directions. Right. It's right. Okay. So now, when the boy is applying force towards right, you can find the frictional force is applied towards the
Left.
Left.
left. Now what happens when such thing happen? You are not able to push. Like if I'm trying to push a very heavy almirah, imagine I'm pushing. Will I be able to push it?
No, ma'am.
It is applied on it.
I'm very weak. You know that because my force will not be greater than the frictional force, the resisting force. Now see, if I call somebody, like the boy called the girl, so now the frictional force is the same. Yes?
No, ma'am.
It is
It is
Yes,
decreased.
ma'am.
It
It
decreased.
is not same in frictional force, but in the force of both the kids is double. It is doubling the force. So here my force applied by the kids is more than the frictional force. So now I can see it can be pushed. So I can take any one of you and can push the almirah, right?
Yes,
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
I know you all are very stronger than me. I know that. Okay. So here comes the concept of friction force. That is force resisting the relative motion between two surfaces in contact. You know, sometimes I feel scientific terminologies because make the things very difficult. Don't you feel so? I feel so. So basically, it's just in simple word I can say there is a relative force between the relative motion between the box and the ground, right? And when I'm trying to push it, what is happening? One force is resisting the other motion, other body's motion. So they are in the contact. So at the point of contact, you can see the friction force. So this is what they have written in scientific terminology. I always really don't, actually I don't like it because it should be very simple. Don't you feel so? But scientific terminologies are always difficult. An object moves when pushing, pulling forces
Greater than.
Greater than the frictional force.
Otherwise, I cannot. I was not able to push the almirah because it was too heavy, frictional force was too much, and my force was very less as compared to frictional force, right? Now see, okay, I just give you 2 seconds. Just observe the picture and explain it. If you are not able to do it, I'll do it. But first, I want you all to try so that I can see how keen observers you are.
When the object is in static, the frictional force is higher, but when we start moving it,
When the
then it's
force
a bit
reaches
The
lower.
object is static in the
the force becomes more higher than the frictional force only, then the body is moving.
And then when
Perfectly
the
right.
object is moving, the frictional force is constant.
Awesome. Awesome students. Awesome. You all are really keen observers. I believe that some of the students among you will be the next scientists who will be discovering some corona vaccine. I just wish that it should not come back, right? Okay. So now as you can explain the first picture, can you just explain this picture?
Ma'am, can I explain?
You have to give me your name, beta, because I cannot see any of the students. Yes. Yes, Bacha, tell your name and go ahead.
Ma'am, Yuga.
Yes, Yuga. Please go ahead. Where are my other kids?
Ma'am,
It requires-
Atharva Yadav, can I
Ma'am,
answer?
ma'am, it's actually that when an object is static, it requires a higher force to push. But when the object is moving, the frictional force is constant, and we have to apply a comparatively less force in
Very good, Yuga. Very good. Perfectly right. Yuga, can you just observe the graph and can you predict something? Can you infer something? Can you give some conclusion?
The acceleration is constant.
Okay. Perfect. Can you describe it more? Yes, Athar, you also wanted to say something. Come on.
Yes,
up.
ma'am.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am. It's like the bee or the object, the bee who is trying to push the object. It is like she's adjusting to the weight of the object, and like then she's
Right.
applying force.
Absolutely right. But up till now, you all are perfectly right. But how can I explain that graph? Can you go particular with the graph?
Ma'am, the force is applying first.
One by one, people. You have to tell me the name and then proceed.
Ma'am, can I Atharva Desai?
Yes. First, who was the first Atharva?
Ma'am, Atharva Yadav.
Okay, I have two Atharva in my class. Atharva Yadav, Atharva Desai. Okay, perfect. Atharva Desai, go ahead.
Ma'am, first we can see the force is increasing constantly, and then it is not increasing.
Yes, so there you use some term for that motion. What was that term?
Constant. Uniform.
Come on. Yes.
Uniform motion.
Absolutely right.
Ma'am,
So
the
what
graph
is happening
shown
over
is a velocity time graph, so that's why the object is moving and the acceleration is constant.
Perfectly fine. So I wanted you to pick up that term, that is uniform motion. So the balance is over here. Can I say that? When I'm saying uniform motion, can I say that it is a balance force acting over here?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, because here my frictional, see, there is a balance between frictional force and my other force. That is the force applied by the bee. I'm not saying that it is equal, but there is a equality in the setting, I can say. But it is uniform. Why? Because I'm not applying any external force more. If I apply any external force more, I can see the change in the graph, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, perfect. Now, I love cycling. I believe you all love cycling. Yes, I'm not able to.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
When we cycle, we paddle fast. At some point, we get tired and we stop paddling. What happens?
Ma'am, when we apply brake, it stops.
No. At some point, I just stop paddling. If
Ma'am,
I'm-
it's come at rest.
The cycle automatically
Why?
starts
Why?
moving
Why?
because of
And due to friction force.
Yes, perfectly, because of friction. Perfect. People, I'm so sorry. I cannot see you. I cannot find your name, but whoever is answering, you all are perfect. In the next picture,
Ma'am, he
Ball
applied
stop because of
All
the
stop
friction.
because of the friction.
perfectly right. Even I'm kicking the ball, but after a certain period of it. So here we are explaining why the object comes to at rest after a certain period of time. It's not the normal nature of any object, right? In the nature, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So here is one question. I have just a simple question, not too much technical. Okay, so it's just relaxing question. There is a box and one person is pulling the box in which direction?
Left.
I was just trying to kid, just kidding you. I know you all know it's left direction. And what is the other direction? Obviously right. Even ma'am, come on. Yeah. So in my left direction, when the person is pulling the box, it is 10 newtons. And in my right direction, when the person is pulling the box, is 20 newtons. So what is the net force on the box?
Ma'am, 10.
Ma'am, 10.
In which direction? See, I
Ma'am, in right direction.
Huh?
Ma'am, right direction, it is 10.
Very good. Perfect. You see, whenever you talk about force, please don't just go with magnitude. Always go with the direction also. Why?
Ma'am,
Why?
because it is a vector quantity.
Yes, absolutely right. Wonderful. Perfectly right. So I don't need to actually explain all these. Okay, now come here. So again, I have a box. Two people are pushing with 5 newtons. There's a frictional force of 5 newtons. What is the net force?
Ma'am, 5.
5.
I'm in the right direction.
Perfect. Right direction. Perfectly right. I must say, I am really enjoying the class with you all people because you are all wonderful. Now, here is some balanced and unbalanced force. If you all are on mobile or on your laptop, instead of sitting and writing it, just take a screenshot. It saves that time, right? So we'll just take a difference between balanced and unbalanced force. Balanced force is the force exerted on the object are equal in magnitude. See, I'm talking about magnitude as well as direction, that is opposite in direction. You have to be very peculiar, very clear about the terminologies which you have to use because force is a vector. You cannot define without that. Now, unbalanced force, what does it say? There is unequal magnitude of force, right? So if there is an equal magnitude of force in both the directions, I can say the net force on my object for balanced force will be 0. It means my body is at
Rest.
perfect. So it will be completely opposite for my unbalanced force. Now, balanced force changes the state of rest or motion. I can kick it off. It is in a state of rest. If I'll just apply some force, it does not, it was unbalanced force. I can say it was unbalanced force. I was changing it. But what if I'm putting the balanced force? The object will come at rest, so it will not move, right? So I cannot change the state when I am in balanced force. I can change the state when I am in unbalanced force. Balanced force maintain uniform velocity of a moving object. We just saw in the B, right? An unbalanced force causes a change in the speed, direction of the object or accelerate the motion. Okay, people, before we go with it, again, I want you all to pin me up. Come on, quick. I need to show you something. See, it won't be perfect because I didn't have the perfect objects with me, but I just wanted to show you. And I'm sure you all are doing it at home. Huh? That's just a game, you know. It's just a game. See, you recognize this? Boy
Yes,
is
ma'am.
recognizing
Yes,
you.
Yes.
What is it?
Yes, ma'am.
What is it?
Hot Wheels track, ma'am.
Car track.
So as I told you, I'm not having perfect things. So I am trying to do it. It might be possible it won't be perfect. Okay. What can you observe? Are you able to observe it?
Yes,
Yes.
ma'am. Yes,
Yes, ma'am.
What can you observe?
ma'am. The ball is moving, and then at a certain point, it comes at rest.
Free fall.
So, no, listen. Again, observe it. Now it is we are trying to find what Galileo actually contributed. So I am trying to push the marble from the right hand side. What you can observe?
Ma'am, it moves
The
to
ball
the
stops
opposite
moving
side
to
and
the
stops
both
at
the
a
sides.
point where
One by one. People, if you all talk together now, it will be khichdi for me. And I don't like khichdi, you know. It's like sick people food, right? Okay, so come on. One by one. Chalo, quick. Is there somebody raising hand? Yes, Utkarsha.
Yes, ma'am.
Utkarsh.
Ma'am, so the ball has been put to force and it goes.
Is it the
It goes to
ball?
the marble.
Yes.
Yeah, so the force makes it to go to the opposite side, and then at a point where it comes that its friction is like higher.
Wonderful.
And it
Is there
stops.
anybody else who you are wonderful observer, Utkarsha, I must say. Is there anybody else that who want to, yeah, I can say Atharva. Yes, Atharva Desai. I have to go with the surname. Yes, Atharva Desai.
Yes, ma'am. And I want to give the same reason that when you leave the ball, due to
Yeah.
the force it goes up, but when it reaches at a certain point because of the friction, the ball stops.
Okay.
Can I also add? This is Yuga.
Yuga, come on, Yuga. Yes. Oh my God,
Ma'am, the resistant force is lower than the force applied.
Okay. Okay. So come on. I must say you all observed it really wonderfully well. Now I want to show you what Galileo actually experimented. So Galileo was trying to find out the object in motion, why remain in motion, and the object at rest, why remain in rest. When I'm sliding the marble from the right hand side, you can see it is going towards the left. It is climbing towards the left, isn't it?
Yes,
Yes.
ma'am.
So I'm so sorry. Okay. So when I am going to decrease but the inclination was the same for them, right? When I'm going to decrease the inclination, what I can find, it is actually covering more distance towards the left hand side. So see, this also falls. So I'm so sorry. It's too big. It will break something at my home. So I believe you are able to get it. Okay. So people, I'll get it more clear with this. Okay.
Sliding force has a with higher inclination has higher speed.
Okay. I told you, you all are really wonderful observer, and I'll ask you, whenever you study science, don't study science as for cramming. Cramming is just the worst pattern to study science. Whatever you see, follow it. Try to experiment it, but don't experiment the dangerous experiments, which need supervision. Okay, so here I believe you are not able to hear any sound. So I will be speaking for you. So here we have Galileo. He had a down ramp and an up ramp. When he slided the marble, he could see that when it is going to the up ramp, it is following the same height. When he tries to reduce the inclination for the right hand side, he could see that the height is increasing. And at last what he saw when he made it horizontal, the right ramp, when he made the right ramp horizontal, then what happened? See, what is happening? The marble is falling and continuously moving until and unless no external force is applied. So basically, Galileo gave the concept, but he was not able to give the terminology. And you know what? This concept was studied by Newton, and with the help of that concept, Newton gave you all the laws of motion, right? So this, see how major contribution Galileo has done, right? Okay. So here comes your first law of motion, which says a body at rest always remains at rest. A body in motion always remains in motion unless an unbalanced force acts on it. See, people, I'm emphasizing on certain words. Why is it so? Because you have to include those words, because that makes the definition or that makes the meaning complete. So be very particular about it. If you are using these, yes?
Ma'am, over there, like unbalanced force, why not balanced force?
Because
Okay.
balanced force can not change the shape. It can only keep it
Wonderful.
static.
I must say, you all, I'm learning from you, and you know what? You all are like self-sufficient for each other, right? So she explained your question. I suppose you are clear with it?
Yes, ma'am.
Perfect. Okay, so you have to keep that in mind. Okay, so now here observe this, people. And explain me. Come on. Try. Even if you are wrong, it's perfectly fine. We are learning, right?
Gravitational force.
Pardon?
Gravitational force.
External force is applied on the blocks and
Yes. Who is this?
Atharva Desai.
Atharv Desai, you're perfectly right. When I'm keeping the stack of block, they are at rest. And when I'm trying to exert pressure or force on particular box, I can see only that box is moving and the rest remains in the state of. So it is just like that. In the morning, I'm having a class and I'm sleeping and mama is coming. Come on, Atharv Desai, wake up. And Atharv, no, mama, I would still want to sleep. So that is the resistance of Atharv to get up, right? Atharv, please don't mind it. It's just an example I'm giving. I do the same. I do the same, I must say.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so here comes your concept of mass and inertia. So what exactly is inertia? See, we know what is first law of motion. The body is in motion. If the body is in motion, it will remain in motion. If the body is at rest, it will remain at rest. If I'm sleeping, I'll keep sleeping. I don't want to wake up, right? So that is. But what is inertia? Inertia is the resistance, the natural tendency of an object to resist a change in its state. So when I talk inertia, you have to use the word resistance to the change in state. So I don't want to wake up. So that is my resistance. Okay, is that clear to you? Okay,
Yes,
now
ma'am.
observe this and tell me, what do you understand by this picture?
Inertia depends on the mass of the object.
Who is falling down? This boy is very brave, you know. Can you see this boy? in the picture who is very brave, who wants to move the elephant, though he is very thin from the means the mass of the elephant is more. So what is happening? Only the boy is falling down because his mass is less, right? So here I can explain that the mass of an object measures its inertia, right? Oh, activity time. Okay, student. So what you have to be ready with? You have to be ready with glass tumbler, beaker, cardboard paper. Even if you don't have cardboard paper, see, I too didn't have the cardboard paper. So this is my kids playing thing. So I'm just using it's stiff. Okay. So you need a glass tumbler, a cardboard paper. See, I have a glass tumbler. I used the glass one so that you can see it. Yeah. And I have 2 coins. One is 10 rupees and one is 1 rupees. Okay. So what you have to do? You have to place the card and then you have to place a coin over it and then you have to flip it. Okay. And then we will talk about the observation. Yes.
Can I use cards?
What happened?
Cards. Can I use card for instead of cardboard?
Yeah, sure, my dear. You just need to have a stiff object, a stiff paper, actually. Oh, wow, you guys already. Yes, where are my other people? I already informed you in the last. Yay, you got wonderful. Wow. Give me a high five. You got. High five. Yay. Yes, Mehak. Where are Athar Desai, Chavi, Athar Yadav? See, I can see the people. I can just call out their name only because I don't know all the people. Yeah, Swastik, Tanishk, Ellen. Yes. People switch on. Even if you don't have the material, switch on your camera.
Just a second. I'll bring my materials.
Come on, people.
Yes, ma'am.
Be fast. Yeah. You all are doing with me. Yes, Yuga, you're perfectly right. You're having perfect things. See, it looks interesting, yeah. Just see the picture. Now tell me what all pictures were there. It's just a game, huh? It's nothing to do with force. I'm just trying to spend some time with you all.
Mom couldn't see it well.
Okay, I'll see it. I'll just show it for once. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, now tell me.
Mom,
Chili, tomato,
Yeah.
Yay! Now see, what do you have to do? Okay, people, are you ready with your objects? Cameras on. Come on, people. Place the... Even if you don't have the object, put your camera on. Hey, come on, you all might have not seen each other, right? We feel happy when we see our friends. Come on, put your cameras on. Okay? So I'll just put a card on the tumbler's mouth. I'm taking 10 rupees coin first. I'll just put the 10 rupees coin here. Now see, I'm trying to flick it. What happened? What did you observe?
Ma'am, the coin
Okay, that's great. How can you explain this? How can
Ma'am, the coin tried to maintain its state of rest.
Wonderful. Yes.
Ma'am, the force was being applied on the cardboard, and
Yes,
as it was not
yes.
applied on the coin, that's why it's at.
No, Utkarsha, you have to be you have to stick to the law of motion here. Even if even if the object is on the card, I should, according to my normal thinking, as a layman thinking, I should think that this coin should also move along with the card. But this is not happening. Why? Because of the
Inertia.
law of motion, that a body wants to be at rest. If it is at rest, mujhe sona hai, mujhe sone do. Right. Okay. Now I'm just using the coin. Okay. And now I'm just flipping it. Do I need to apply? See, it's 1 rupee coin. Previously, I used the 10 rupee coin. Yeah. Mahek and okay, and no, Sharvi. Okay, Swastik. All are doing wonderfully well. Okay, and I have used 10 rupee coin before. Now, okay, Athar Desai. Yay. And now I'm using 1 rupee coin. Yeah, please switch on. Now tell me, am I supposed to apply greater force than what I applied for 10 rupees coin?
No, ma'am, you have to apply less.
No, ma'am.
Why?
You have to
Why?
apply the same
Why?
force. Ma'am, same force.
Same force. Am I supposed to apply same? Okay, I'll give you an option. You will say A, B, C. Okay, A, same force. B, Greater force. C, less
Same
force.
force.
D, none of the
Same.
above.
Then A
Ma'am,
force.
C less force.
A.
C less force.
Okay.
Ma'am,
One
because
who's-
the object has nothing to do with the amount of force. Only the
Yuga,
coin has nothing
Yuga,
to do.
hold on. Okay, who said me that I need to apply less force? Yes, come on. Aryan, was it you? Helen, come
Yes,
on.
ma'am, it's me.
You have to prove your thing. If you are saying something in science, you cannot say without any reasons. Science is what, why,
Ma'am,
when.
because it differs on the weight of the object. Ma'am, because it
Okay,
weight of the coin.
right, Ellen. Yuga, I already told you mass. Mass is responsible for inertia, right?
Ma'am, can I give the reason?
Yes, Atharva Desai. Go
Ma'am,
ahead.
you need to apply less force because the inertia of the coin must be less.
Yes, because its mass is less. So I can just click it. See, I didn't apply much force which I applied for 10. Yeah, Hank is enjoying it, right? I also enjoy it a lot. Yeah, so I believe you are very clear with the first law of motion and the inertia. The concept of inertia is clear to you?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. And here is your observation which you have already given. I'm just writing it on the board. So when the card is flicked with the finger, the coin placed over it falls in the tumbler as inertia of the coin tries to maintain it in the state of rest. I don't want to wake up even when the card flows off. And what is the next thing? Force applied for flicking ₹2 coin is less than the force applied for ₹10 coin. Why? Because the mass of ₹10 coin is greater. It's heavier. 10 bigger amount. Okay, I have to see. Okay, before we go to that, I want you all to. Okay, I want to see you all. Okay, I want you all to close your books. Come. Close your books. No cheating, huh? You have a quiz time. No cheating. All cameras on. Close books. Why people are not switching on their camera? Come on. I should be able to see now. When I'm going out, I should be able to say, oh yes, this is Mahek. This is Atharva Yadav. And this is Athar Desai. Huh? I know both of you. Right, this is Yuga. Yes, this is Swastik. Aryan, why did you switch off? Utkarsha, come on. Okay, so now here is your quiz time. You have to, now the condition is you have to raise the hand before giving me the answer. What is force? Come on, people. Hand raise, no breaking rules. Oh my God. Yes, Yuga was the first one. Come on, Yuga.
Ma'am, force is the effect which caused by any push or a pull.
Wonderful, Yuga. You followed the concept, that is effect. You didn't left the word effect. That's a wonderful job. And I know whoever raised their hand were going to follow the same. What are the types of forces? Yes. Swastik.
Main types of forces, like frictional force, gravitational potential force,
Be precise.
and then
You got wonderful. Okay.
there's gravitational force and there's frictional force.
Fantastic. Today what we have learned, what types of force we have learned?
External force and then internal force.
Okay, is there anybody who want to help Swastik? Atharva Yadav.
Ma'am, can I?
Yes, ma'am. Balance and unbalanced force.
Very good. Swastik, did you get it? I know you know it. It happens. Because we know many things. Now it becomes very difficult to tell what. Yes, but you did a really wonderful job because you told me all the types of forces. Wow, that's great. Okay. Who gave the first law of motion? Hand raise.
Newton.
Hey, Yuga, no breaking rule. Okay, now the next question, huh? No breaking rule, please. Newton gave the first law, but on what basis? Utkarsha, yes.
Ma'am, on the observation made by Galileo.
Very good, wonderful. Ayan, do you want to add something more?
Ma'am, an object continues to be in rest or motion.
Wow, Ayan, you are giving me the definition. Perfectly right. You are absolutely right. But Ayan, be very particular in science. Whatever question is asked, you have to be very specific with the answer. As Yuga said, be precise. Okay, people. So I think that's enough for quiz session because I asked you a lot of quiz while I was going with the lesson also. So see, science, just learning from book, just reading and just cramming cannot help. You need to apply it to real life. Come on, I have a two situation for you. Why is it no? Okay, I'm so sorry. Yes, the first scenario. The man is going to the tree and shaking the tree harder. Why are the leaves falling down?
Ma'am, because
Because they are trying to maintain the state of rest.
Oh, who was that?
I'm Aryan.
Aryan, wonderful, perfectly right answer. Okay, in the next picture, can you see the girl is sitting on the towel and the other girl is trying to pull the towel, but the girl is unaffected. Why?
The
Ma'am, can I?
activity we did with the coin is the same thing.
You cannot answer me like that. You have to give me the exact words.
Ma'am, it's because of the inertia.
Okay,
because the girl it has rest.
girl is at rest.
Ma'am,
And when
this
the towel
happens
is
because the
Yes, go ahead. Yes, there is something I'm still missing in our answer. What is it?
The
Nandi,
girl is maintaining the inertia.
why?
ma'am, the girl sitting on the
Inertia.
floor is at her rest, and the
There is
and
something. There is
one who
something.
pulling
must be
it,
Unbalanced
missing.
force.
she's
There is something.
The inertia of the girl is greater than the force.
Yes, who was that? Who was that?
Ananya.
Huh?
I'm Ananya.
Wow, Ananya, perfect. See, this thing you are missing. So students, that is what I am saying. Science, you have to be very precise and be very keen observer in inference. Okay, this is what you are going to do in science. Okay, now I know this is a very boring part. You know, I also don't like homeworks, but I bet you this homework is very interesting. Okay, so these are the first 4 questions from your exercise. If you want, you can take a screenshot, and if you want, you can just refer to your book. Okay. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes? Okay.
Ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So now tell me, people, did you enjoy the lesson?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.